Brothers and friends, today, the day that I'm recording this video, is the 300-year anniversary of Masonry. On this date, June 24th, 300 years ago, Freemasonry was officially founded. Now, there's certainly speculations and even some evidence that Masonry existed prior to June 24th, 1717, but this is the official founding date, so I thought it would be appropriate today, and as the first video ever presented by SuccessfulMasons.com, to try to answer the question, how is it possible that our fraternity has survived for 300 years? You know, despite a revolution and separation of countries, Masonry survives. Despite the direct attacks of powerful leaders and even more powerful social movements, Masonry survives. Despite the false accusations, the vicious rumors, the misguided documentaries on the History Channel, and even despite the invention of YouTube, where it seems like every conspiracy theorist out there gets a voice, Masonry survives. Why? How? Well, how does anything survive the test of time? Simple. If you build it correctly with quality materials, it's going to last. Right? So to build something correctly, you must start with a solid foundation. And Masonry is built on principles that are universal and that are essential ingredients to anyone's success. Right? Love and help and integrity, or as we more commonly know these ingredients in Masonry, brotherly love, relief, and truth. I suspect that any organization of value that has withstood the test of time has all three of these ingredients. However, it also needs a purpose for its existence. I mean, after all, I can love my fellow man and help him when he's down and act with integrity of my own volition. Now, I don't need to be a part of a fraternity to be able to do that. But as a human being, what I cannot do very easily by myself is to construct my own character as a person, right? To keep myself circumscribed to a standard of ethics and morals that I believe in. Nor do I naturally have the willpower to hold myself accountable to those standards as consistently as I could have if I were to have others involved in that development. And that's where Masonry comes in. You know, a very common motto of the fraternity has always been making good men better since 1717. However, I recently heard this phrased even more appropriately by the current master of Hesperia Lodge, number 411, Worshipful Brother Spooner, who described it as making good men better than they were 6 months ago. And we've been doing that for 300 years. So how does Masonry actually make good men better? Well, by presenting opportunities to support and show love to each other, right? By presenting outlets to provide relief, not only to fellow Masons, but to entire communities of people. And by providing opportunities to establish integrity and to build character. You know, integrity, it's not just a character trait that you're born with, right? It's something that you decide to have, right? And it's something that every person must establish and build for themselves. Now, Masonry, throughout the ages, has provided opportunities for men to make small promises and then to see them through. And that is how you establish integrity, right? When you say that you're going to help out with a role, right? Whether it be cleaning up after a dinner or performing a lecture for a degree, you ultimately have the choice of whether or not you're actually going to follow through and do that thing or not, right? And if you don't do it, your brothers at the lodge are certainly going to be understanding, because that's what Masonry and brothers do. They're very kind and understanding, and by no means is it going to be the end of the world if you don't do what you said you were going to do. But if you do see it through, and you show up where you said you would show up, and you do what you said you would do, it not only shows the brothers of your lodge that you are a man of your word, it shows you that you are a man of your word, that you're a man of integrity. And that knowledge is something that you can take into every aspect of your life, into your job, into your home, into your friendships. Everyone who connects with you will know that you are a man of your word. And that characteristic, which you now own, is a characteristic that you established and built for yourself through Masonry, by taking on roles and responsibilities and then showing up and fulfilling your promises. So How do you build something that will last? With a solid foundation using quality materials. Masonry was built on a very solid foundation of brotherly love, relief, and truth. And it was built with people of solid character, which I submit to you are the highest quality materials available on earth in any century, from June 24th of 1717 to today, June 24th of 2017. And that is how this fraternity was able to survive for 300 years. And that's how it's going to continue to survive to the latest ages of man, until we meet again, on the level, in that land where our fathers have gone before us, from whose bourne no traveler returns. Happy anniversary, brothers.